Hello, YouTube. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the very first Daily Truth live stream I am doing on YouTube. I have dabbled in YouTube for some years, and really I have never engaged on this platform. I have more done like my podcast and uploaded them and done a few little things. So one of my intentions through this hard time, because whether you're watching this right now, whether you watch this today or tomorrow or 2 years from now, this is to document daily truth. So what happened is during this time right now is when we're having the pandemic. It's coronavirus. It's the economical crisis of 2020. And through this, through prayer and through meditation, I've been called forth as a minister that I am to know the truth every day for everyone. So we have launched a free community called Inner Circle. So if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe, share, and spread the word, because that's what we come on here. So each day on Daily Truth, we will dive into ways you can get your mind right, live in alignment with your truth, restore your power, your passion, your purpose, and really discover your purpose and calling in life so that you can leave the legacy that you want to lead. One of the big things that's happened out of this pandemic and out of this time is that people literally are shifting their values, shifting what really matters to them. So we are going to do this thing. So I am actually, this is the very first time I'm doing this. So let's have at it. Okay, so welcome to Daily Truth. I'm Dr. Erin. I'm a doctor of divinity. I'm a New Thought minister, and I'm an international best-selling author of Awakening, TV host, and mom. I also podcast as well. So today is all about eradicating disease and the coronavirus. Okay, so if you look up etymology of eradication, it's basically the pulling out and pulling of the core, the weed that be, right? So the actual is to pull up by the roots. And so as metaphysicians, as someone who uses the power for good in mind, we recognize that all things are born of spirit. Spirituality is that everything is born of spirit. So we have the power to basically eradicate our thoughts, okay, and any circumstances in our life. We truly believe in miracles, which brings me to this morning. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've been getting up early. I've been recording my audiobook at 4 o'clock in the morning. And today when I woke up, my alarm went off. It was pouring rain outside in Los Angeles. And I thought, well, I can't record. So I turned off my alarm and I kind of rolled over and I started really thinking about the truth and what I was going to talk today about on Daily Truth, because I always just come inspired to action in the morning. And I began to just think about how blessed I am to be in this community that has 1,200 centers around the globe. And it reminded me of Myrtle Fillmore. And she's the founder, her and her husband were the founder of Unity Church, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. And what happened was she actually had tuberculosis. She had tuberculosis when she was a little girl, and she spent many years thinking that she was doomed, that she was weak, sick, and it was done. It was like a death sentence, right? So she began to seek and seek for answers, right? So she went to this lecture by a metaphysician called Dr. E.B. Weeks in 1886. And what she learned was her innate potential and this thing called affirmative prayer, where she recognized that we have the ability to impress upon our subconscious mind and impress upon and shift things in our mind. And so she began to affirm every day, I'm a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. I'm a child of God, and I do not inherit sickness. And over time, she actually healed herself. She healed herself of tuberculosis, whether it lived in her body or not, I don't know. But the reality for her was that she had zero symptoms, that she lived a great life until she was 86 years old. And in the time, her and Charles, her husband, actually began to have a healing support system. It was never considered going to be a church. It literally was just a silent unity prayer 24/7, which still operates today. They touch millions of people's lives through daily word. And so in this, also churches open and things like that, really the metaphysics of Christianity, understanding that we have the Christ consciousness. So, and God is not some God outside itself. God is within, that's the point of knowing this. And that's where the miracles happen, right? you too shall do something greater than I, as Jesus said, right? So tuberculosis, did you know that even today, tuberculosis, last year there was 10 million people that had tuberculosis and 1.5 million people died from it, okay? So the coronavirus and different things, part of life is there is dis-ease, dis-ease within and dis-ease without. There's going to be other viruses. There will be other bacterias. There'll be other things that happen. And the point is that we have to take responsibility. So how do we take responsibility and how do we eradicate disease? So, what is coronavirus? We have to take a look at this. Coronavirus and I'm not a traditional doctor, I'm a doctor of divinity, but coronavirus is literally DNA. It's information. It's not even alive, and it has a protein around it, and it is information. So when it goes onto our cells, it informs it of this disease and does all kinds of stuff. So the point is that as spiritual practitioners, we recognize that we too have the ability to inform our mind through information. We inform energy by directing it, by commanding it, by declaring to it upon universal mind, and in turn, we move things, okay? And so we have to acknowledge that we as spiritualists, we as metaphysicians, we as spiritual practitioners, and as a doctor of divinity, we know and we recognize medicine along with medicine within the spiritual mind treatment and the medical treatment, and we recognize and honor both. And I'm so grateful for the great doctors and great people out there innovating, trying to find vaccines and treatments, and they're coming up with some kinds of treatments at some level. Well, as a spiritual practitioner, we do spiritual mind treatment, and we go to a doctor of divinity, to know the truth, to have our minds done right, to clear out the limiting beliefs, clear that out, right? So right here and right now, we have this ability, and this is the point of universal law. This is what we teach. We teach that prayer is really the movement of energy upon universal mind for a specific outcome. This is what Myrtle Fillmore did. This is the power of her mind and what she knew she had the power of, right? So universal law lesson states this, and as Ernest Holmes said, who is the founder of Science of Mind, is that I believe in the healing of sick through the power of mind. I believe in the healing of sick through the power of mind, and I believe that I know that I have that power. And if I use the power for good inside, and I use the medication that works when it works, is that we are destined for greatness. And it's okay. Also, we have to know perfect health. Perfect health is that we're not these bodies. And even if somebody transitions from this body, that we still know eternal health, eternal immortal being. You are an immortal, eternal spiritual being. And so we have to know that you can never be touched. You can never have dis-ease. The truth of who you are is untouchable. That's the truth, okay? So we have to know the perfection of wherever people are at. And we also have to take complete responsibility that we've created toxins in our environment. We've chosen to, not take good care of the animals that we eat, right? So it is important that we take responsibility and we cleanse. And so today, as I was laying in bed and it was raining outside, and I was thinking, it's cleansing, it's purifying out there in the world, and it's demanding us to go inside and cleanse and clear and do a cleanse within and purify our mind. This is where people are shifting and things are moving. And I truly believe, and mark my word, I've been saying it for a while, that the quantum leap that we're taking in consciousness as a collective, as an organism, as a human race, is one of moving towards major community, okay? All of time is the measurement of consciousness. And it's the measurement of what the new consciousness is. And right now, we just are going beyond the consciousness of ethics, and we're still at the tail end of that, because clearly everything's being shown, everything's being called out, and we're moving into community. Traditional families aren't always existing, and we're moving towards like-minded communities. So my invitation today, as we know the truth, and this daily truth, is to find your tribe, to find your community. And of course, in society, we've created Inner Circle, which is a free community where we come together each day to know the truth. There's support groups, there's free app, there's all kinds of things. I recognize right here, right now, that whatever community is, find your community, whether it be technology or spirituality or science or literature, whatever that is. It's time knowing the truth. And as Myrtle Fillmore said, this is a quote, God And we refer to God not as some man in the sky, God within that source that is our oneness. Our oneness is what it is. God is the one perfect life flowing through us. God is the one pure substance out of which our organism is formed. God is the power that gives us motive, power, the strength that holds us upright and allows us to exercise our members, the wisdom that gives us intelligence in every cell of our organism, every thought of our minds. God is the only reality of us. All else is but a shadow that is cast by some foolish belief and unwise combination of thoughts and the elements of being. When we let light flood us with its sunshine, all clouds vanish and we begin to see ourselves in new ways of doing, which lead to wholeness and health and satisfaction and growth. And so in this, I know the truth of who we are. I know the truth of who you are. And I recognize that as much as it looks like awful and terrible things happening out in the world, I recognize it as the blessing that it is in disguise, that is shifting us in ways that we never knew possible. And so today, as we go into this day, I just say, I say yes. I say yes to healing. I say to the eradication of anything that is a discord or dis-ease or anything that is not knowing the truth of knowing the immortality and the perfection of all health. Because it's all through the cause and effect of the one mind. And so taking a deep breath in and exhaling out, I just say yes. As together we say, and so it is. Okay, amazing, you guys. So if you are the first time on the Daily Truth, please share, like, comment. Please subscribe, turn on the little bell, which is in the notes probably here. It's also in my bio on Instagram. You can go to soulciety.com/inner circle, which is SOULCIETE.com. And I'm just knowing the truth. What else? Tons of freebies also, you guys. You can go in my bio here. There's free books, free apps, free meditations, free everything. You name it. It's all about abundance, okay? Have a beautiful day and may you live your truth.